Hey everybody, time for standing in place. I'm still Marc, I promise. It's me. What are we, I think this is episode 15 now. I started out with a mask just because we have a theme tonight. So Jeffco just put in order mandatory mask wearing when you can't make distance. Alright, I'm on board with that. Because clearly it looks like every place that they're having success in controlling the spread of the coronavirus. I'm going to smile when I say that. It's a shit thing. It's not something that I want to be sad and upset about all the time. So I'm going to smile and think about solutions. And wearing masks, running around dressed like ninjas is not the worst thing to have to do. And we know it's effective, right? We know it's effective, for sure. There's enough studies at this point. There's enough video footage of people coughing out and breathing where they're showing thermal cameras of where the flow of everything goes. A mask works. It works. It's not perfect, but it works. It helps a lot. And it's a new fashion accessory. I'm already seeing they're like selling stuff that masks with specific patterns. I think there's Coach masks. I got some Adidas masks, an Under Armour. I see like some people getting like tie-dye and getting fancy. Fine, it's an accessory. We could have used a new accessory. It's not a slap bracelet. Every one of these I put out something. You're going to figure out how old I am. Anybody remember the damn slap bracelets? Like, whip yourself in the wrist and it would wrap around. It was like a thin, sharp piece of, I think it was steel, but it was covered in a piece of fabric, so the fabric would keep you safe. And it would be like fluorescent orange with leopard spots or some crap. So a face mask is new fashion accessory. Look at it that way. It's not so bad. A change they do have to make though. So the Jeffco one says you have to wear a mask when you cannot make social distance. It's not social distance. It's physical distance. Can we please call it physical distance? It's not social distance. You're not telling me not to make friends. You're not telling me not to socialize or interact with other people. In fact, you're giving me more tools to do so with, we got Teams and Zoom and whatever. Google's got a new one. We're all interacting through more tools than we ever have in the past. We're socializing. We're not social distancing. We're physical distancing. We're making space. Dude, make space. It's not the worst thing. I stand a little further away from you. Now I can't smell your farts or your underarms. Okay? We can hug again later. It's all right. I'm doing a lot of pointing tonight. I don't know. Because I'm telling you, you know what it is? I'll be completely honest with you. I'm freaking out a little bit because I want life to return to what it was, right? And that's a ways away. And in order to do that, we got to stop spreading this fucking thing. And we have tools on how to do that. There's things that we can do and people resist doing them. Man. It doesn't need to be that way. Like, this is a simple one. Cover your freaking face. It's not so bad. I want my summer back. I want to be able to do the things I used to do. I want to be able to do all the things indoors that I used to do, and we haven't even figured out how to do that yet. But we got to keep moving forward so that we can. I want to share an example, a story that I have from today. So I went into a place of business in Denver, and I went in. So I drove in my car, I rode in a car, right, with my wife. We don't wear masks in the car. We live together. We kiss, this stuff. That's not the place you need to have it. So I get out of the car, mask on, right? Rock and roll. I walk into the place of business and I realize nobody has masks on. Like, shit, man, this is an indoor spot. It's not a whole lot of space. People aren't coming up, and I had to make a mental decision to like stick with it. which is like there's like a pressure thing that happens, right? You feel awkward because you're doing something than what the other people are doing, and now you know this like politically charged, where someone calls someone a masker or an anti-masker, like that's a thing. Come on. So I walk up and I'm interacting with this person, doing the business that I have to do, and I realize there's two other guys in there standing behind me that don't have masks on, and they're talking about that our governor, the Governor Polis, is going to start shutting things down again because the rate of infection is going up, which makes sense, right? More people are getting sick. We controlled it last time by shutting things down. And I realized that these two guys are part of the problem, but yet they're still complaining about the situation that they've been put in, which they are influencing in a negative way, right? These two guys are not wearing masks. They're not helping support not spreading this thing. But then they're complaining, saying Polis just wants to shut down all the restaurants. He wants to run everybody out of business. That doesn't make sense. I've been thinking about this like the last 8 hours. This is the same as a person complaining that their hand hurts. Fucking hand hurts. And the reason their hand hurts is because they're smashing it with a hammer. Just repeatedly. Smashing their own hand with a hammer. And in this scenario, Governor Polis walks up and says, hey man, you know, if you stop smashing your hand with that hammer, it won't hurt anymore. And this person looks at Governor Polis and keeps smashing their hand with that hammer while telling their buddy, he just wants me to hurt my hand. It doesn't make any friggin' sense, dude. You can affect the outcome if you participate. If you stop hitting yourself in the hand with a hammer, you can make things turn in a positive direction. Problem is, in this scenario, it's not just their hand. It's their hand and the next person's hand, and we're doing one of those cheers, those like, whoa, team cheers. And this fucker's smashing us all with the hammer because they don't want to put a piece of fabric over their face. Because they're worried about it intrudes into personal freedoms. Yo, you can walk into a gun shop like a ninja, and that's okay right now. That's less freedom? That's more freedom. You can walk into a bank with a mask on and sunglasses. And an armed guard's not going to run out and go, what are you doing here? Your phone that needs your face to turn on doesn't work. So all the facial recognition, all conspiracy, crap that's all over the place, it's not working right because we're covering our faces. You've got more freedom. More freedom. And you've got a freedom to look amazing if you get a cool enough mask. Oh man, they know they work. Just use the damn things. I've got 2 experiments for those of you that don't see the need to stop exhaling crap on everybody, which in general is probably a good idea. You go to Asian countries and people, when they get a cold, they wear a mask. And it's out of politeness, out of respect, so that they're not sneezing their germs and their bullshit all over you. Would that be frowned upon here? No, you better share your cold with me. That's American cold. Both gonna have it, because I want to see if my snots can get greener than yours, and if they're saltier or not, because we should taste each other's snots in this scenario. Two experiments. So, experiment number 1. And I don't have the prop because I don't want to make a mess. And actually, I don't know where the hell I can even get Pop Rocks anymore. But I'm pretty sure you can still get them. If no Pop Rocks, just use Coca-Cola, and you could do it on its own. So take a piece of paper. Or you know what? Why don't you face a nice white wall in your house? Fill your mouth up with Coke. If you want to make it exciting, get the bonus of the Pop Rocks. Stand about a foot from the wall or from the piece of cardboard and spit all over it. Do that. You're going to make your own Rorschach test. It's going to be awesome. Then you can stare at it for the rest of the night and say, oh, I made a picture of it's a smiley face that's melting. Now do the same thing, except cover your face. Pour the Coke in your mouth. Eat the Pop Rocks. Cover your face. And then spit it all out. And tell me if you made a new Rorschach, because I don't think you will. I don't think you will. That's you exhaling, right? Here's one of somebody coughing or breathing on you. What you could do is get yourself a can of spray paint. Get some Rust-Oleum, a good old Rusto. Put a mask on your face or a piece of fabric and spray yourself in the face. Spray yourself in the face. Just have at it. And then pull the mask down. And tell me how much of it got on your nose and mouth. That's the exhalation. That's the cough. Now, if you're still not convinced, open your eyes as wide as you possibly can. And open your mouth. And blast yourself in the face again without a piece of material, without a covering. And tell me if you think it makes a difference. I don't know. I'm a big one on learning from experience. And a lot of times I question stuff. I don't believe it. I want to understand. I want to test it. I want to understand or experience how something works. There's an experience you can all have. Coke and spray paint. Better than smoking a pancake. Shit, man. Alright, so that's my spiel for tonight. I promise that next week I will not talk about anything current eventy, and I won't preach about helping each other out. We'll talk about something ridiculous, grilled cheese sandwiches or some shit like that. But for tonight, put a fucking mask on. Just put a mask on when you can't be away from people. I'm a big fan of being away from people. I've been spending as much time in the mountains as I can. That works good too. Make space. If you can't make space, cover your face. If you can't make space, cover your face. If you can't make space, cover your face. Space face, space face. Fuck, I don't know. How dare I sing such a stupid song while wearing a quicksand shirt. Yeah, if you can't make space, cover your face. There we go. From the mental treadmill, Marc. Standing in place. I hope you all are healthy. I hope you're staying sane. See you next week. All right, everyone. Cover up. Oh, shit. I'm all crooked. If you can't make space, cover your face. If you can't make space, cover your face. If you can't make space, cover your face. If you can't make space, cover your face.